Ah, look. Super cute. Cute, 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 cute.
So today I decided I'm just going to keep it light. I'm going to be very, all smiles, and I'm going to basically just detail to you stuff that I love. Okay, so I want you to really, stick along, stay aboard, grab something, get something. Okay, hop aboard, and we will talk about fantasy tropes that I love. Basically things that I love about the fantasy genre. Okay, so one trope that I really love, which is actually a modern trope about modern fantasy, is the focus on hard magic systems. It's really difficult to say why, but I prefer hard magic systems any day, every day over the conventional mystique, or at least mystical, shamanistic, unknown, mysterious soft magic system. Okay, the primary reason why I love harder magic systems has to do with how, if you really love the story and if you want to delve further into that story, you just have much more to work with. You can have much more fun with the magic system. You can make it into a game. You can do so much more with it. You can talk to your friends with the magic system. It's basically a known ability or a known mechanic that allows you to do certain things, okay? Or at least that mechanic is so broad that you can really shift it, and it's malleable. It's like water, and you can use it for a lot of different purposes. Okay, like channeling from Eye of the World, or allomancy, or ferochemy, or the Knights Radiant systems in the Stormlight Archive. Basically Brandon Sanderson. I just love his magic systems, and I love that he has influenced the modern fantasy to have more emphasis on hard magic systems, right? I just love this. I love it. I think it's much more fun than older soft magic systems. All you get to sacrifice is just wonder, okay? And I don't know about that, but if you really world build well, if you build a world that is fantastical, you can still have wonder, but then you can also have a hard magic system that is much more fun to play around with compared to a soft magic system. So the world building takes care of the wonder, okay? The world building has wonder built into it, but the magic system is technically going to be a much more fun, hard magic system. And I think it's basically two in one, two captured in one. If you have soft magic system, you can only really have only wonder, okay? But you can also still have fun with hard magic system. That's why I really love it. Another thing that I absolutely love has to be classical fantasy tropes done well. Okay, I absolutely love the Chosen One trope. I have nothing with or at least against that particular trope. I just abhor it when the protagonist has no depth. They are basically just a generic stock good guy, and the main conflict in the story has to do with good versus evil, and there's really not much more to it. So I absolutely love it when that is redone and sort of reworked so that it can be much more exciting. Like for instance, Jon Snow from A Song of Ice and Fire. There is a whole shtick with that guy where he's some sort of a chosen one, Azor Ahai. At least I speculate, and a lot of people think the same, right? So it's a really much more interesting take, and it's a much more grounded take on the Chosen One. I love Kaladin from the Stormlight Archive, though he's not necessarily currently chosen. It's just that we need to find a champion to fight Odium. This is the guy, okay? He just seems to be heading that way. And I love that he's a much more, nuanced character compared to a lot of the classical bland chosen ones who have nothing going there, okay? And something I've always raved and talked about countless times without really stopping, and I don't plan to stop, as is evident with this video. I love it when the author embraces, with the world building, they embrace fantasy, okay? The world building is signature fantasy, like Eye of the World, the Disc World, the World of the Wheel of Time, as well as, Disc World. I love these worlds that are not really like Rosha. I love these worlds that are just not shy, like Tamaranth from Name of the Wind. They're just not shy of fantasy, and they have fantastical elements, and they have dragons, and they have, interesting in magic systems, and they have different groups of people who are, and they also have, you know, made up species, fantastical species. I love this. I love this. I love this. I cannot express how much I love this. I just have to basically tell you, and I hope that you can really just imagine an explosion, like a supernova explosion. That's how much I love this. I think it's crucial, if you are going to write a story in the fantasy genre, that you embrace the you know, fantastical elements of the genre. If you're not going to embrace the freaking fantastical elements, what is the point? Like, your fantasy is just going to be stock, boring fantasy, and it's not really going to have anything interesting, okay? So at least to someone who, you know, to at least a general fantasy reading audience. So there you go. Those are 3 things that I absolutely love about, you know, the fantasy genre, specifically, you know, sort of common things that are kind of tropic, okay? So I hope that you enjoyed this. Please tell me down in the comments below some of the tropes that you love, okay? Have a nice day. Bye.